What up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, LM Reads, or if you are new here, welcome to the Messy channel. My name is Will, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about my September wrap-up. Okay, so I realized a while ago that I didn't even do a September TBR list.
I love it! Guilty as charged!
Yeah, it's just been that type of month. However...
Whoops, there it goes! Yep, my brain stopped.
I did get through some reads, and when I say some reads, 2.5 books. No, in all seriousness, I'm gonna say that I read 3 books and I DNF'd 1 book, but in all honesty, 1 book I was trying to get through and finish in August, but it carried over into September, so does that count? I don't know. Let's just get right into it real fast. Okay, so in September, I finished The Golden Tower, part of the Magisterium series. I started this series a while ago, and it seriously took me up until September 6th to finish this entire series. Yep. No, I needed some time to sit on this series because Holly Black and Cassandra Clare, I feel like they tried to sort of create like their own Harry Potter universe, and unfortunately, although I did like some parts of it, now that I had time to sit on this entire series, it all kind of felt flat. A lot of the characters were very one-dimensional, protagonists and antagonists alike. I felt like the entire series was more of like a second draft than anything else. Not a lot happened, and maybe it's only because like this is middle grade fiction and I'm a full-fledged adult, so maybe it's just not hitting as much as I wanted it to, but I know how well Cassandra Clare can write a book. I don't know too much about Holly Black just yet. I haven't gotten into any of her stories just yet, but I was seriously really rooting for Cassandra Clare, and I was just kind of let down. The Golden Tower, I gave 3 stars on Goodreads because the entire series, it felt like they were building you up to this point of where, yes, such and such is finally going to happen. We're going to see Call and Tamara and Aaron finally struggle through what they're supposed to be going through within this entire stories. But only one big thing really happened, and I spoke about that in one of my vlogs. I'll probably pin it up here someplace. Within the Magisterium series, they built up this villain to have like this great comeback, which causes Call, Tamara, and Aaron to have all of these type of conflicts. It was just a complete letdown. Again, it's not that I hated the series, it's just it didn't live up to my expectations. Okay, the second book that I finished in September would be The Lost Book of the White by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. Okay, by now, I'm pretty sure that everyone knows who has watched my vlogs and my booktube videos by now knows that I am a huge Cassandra Clare fan. And I don't know, I think that I am still sitting on this one as well by Cassandra because it just didn't necessarily land where I wanted it to. I feel like both Cassandra and Wesley were sort of trying to rush a little bit and tie up some loose ends within the Shadowhunter Chronicles, but along the way I kind of got lost. Well, not necessarily lost, I was just not interested. And although the threats that Cassandra Clare is very well known for putting her characters through were indeed there. And we also got a bit of nostalgia because we were able to, meet our beloved characters, Clary, Jace, Isabel, Simon, but it was just a lot of it didn't land where I really wanted it to land. And
Well, that's done. And no comeuppance. Why do I feel so empty?
yeah, there are two things that I enjoyed about the second installment. One would be the fact when Simon comes back onto the scene, Magnus takes notice of Simon's disposition because this takes place after Simon goes and graduates from the Shadowhunter Academy. I'm sorry, not graduate, but ascends from the Shadowhunter Academy and becomes a full-fledged Shadowhunter himself in his own right. However, when he was there at the Shadowhunter Academy, he sort of goes through a traumatic experience during his time of ascension, all due to another up-and-coming fellow Shadowhunter. I'm just gonna say that it was his best friend because that's honestly the type of vibes that I got from it. But again, I'm not going to give any spoilers. I really kind of wanted to dive a little bit more into Magnus trying to help Simon out of like that disposition, or kind of like dive into more of Simon's mental state, because you can really see how much he's going through it, even though that Simon is trying to be tough and trying to hide it. The second thing that I enjoyed about the second installment was the epilogue. That's where things picked up a little bit, and it left us with like such a huge cliffhanger that I am going to hang on to waiting around for the final installment because I really want to see what happens. Okay, and the third book that I finished in September is a poetry book, and that is Coffee Days, Whiskey Nights by Cyrus Parker. By now, you all know how I love my poetry. This was a really good collection by Cyrus Parker. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I gave this collection 5 stars on Goodreads. It is a short collection about overcoming. There are some poignant little sayings within this entire collection that deals with healing and just becoming and mending again. It was a good collection. For the remainder of September, I kind of fell into like a reading slump, and I wanted to start one of like my spooky reads that I was planning on doing for October, but I kind of decided to wait and hold that off because October 1st is literally a day away now while I'm filming this video. But yeah, I decided to wait, and I chose a book that I had hauled in my book haul, and that book was Raybearer by Jordan E. Freckle. I know that this book has been getting rave reviews on Goodreads and through the book community just in general. However, I only made it in 10 pages. It's not that I don't think that it was a good story, because I read the premise and I was interested in it, but there was a small snippet of when Teresi, I believe that's her name, is being shown the backstory of her creation from the lady, her mysterious mother, and how she came to be. It literally triggered me and my anxiety, because if I understood it correctly, how it was phrased, Teresi was basically created from being part, there's going to be a little bit of spoilers for this one. Teresi was basically created from being part human or whatever the lady was, but also part Djinn, or aka genie. As soon as the lady comes onto the scene and she summons the Djinn, and the Djinn, genies, they give wishes. She automatically wishes for the death of the crown prince. And although I didn't make it up to the point as to why she's already wishing for his death, and the Djinn automatically tells her no, because that's not within that's not within their powers, she says basically, yeah, she kind of assumed that, you know, that couldn't happen. So she wishes for the Djinn to sleep with her. Of course, if it's within the possibility of the Djinn's powers, they have to bend to the will of their wisher. And in my mind, I saw how the lady basically commanded the Djinn to sleep with her, which felt a little assaultish to me. I didn't like that. You did that to create a weapon. Like, you literally have no moral values whatsoever. And usually I'm like, okay, that would make for like a good villain trope. However, I just didn't like it and I didn't finish the book. I automatically gave up on that book and I never want to see it again. But that is it for this video. That is it for this September wrap up. October is right around the corner, which means it is time for some spooky reads, and I am really, really excited and kind of terrified at the same time. Because by now everyone knows that my mentality and my imagination is just okay. As always, if you guys like this video, please like it, please subscribe to my channel, and talk to me down in the comments, because I always enjoy speaking with you guys and getting your thoughts on either these reads or, you know, just some of the reads that you read in September yourselves. I will basically see you guys in the next one. You know what? For the rest of that lady's life, I hope that she sucks down nothing else but toilet water.